This lesson is find a parallel and perpendicular line through a given point and line part 3. Here is the given point. This is my x, this is my y. However, this is my given line, but it is not y mx plus b. One more time. The given line is not y mx b. So we need to rewrite this equation that looks like y mx plus b. Okay, so here we go. First of all, you need to subtract the 2x both sides. So this 2x goes away. I have negative 3y equal negative 2x, and then bring the 5 down, which is positive. Next, divide by 3 to all terms. So negative, negative, so that goes away. The 3 goes away too, so that just gives me y. Negative, negative gives me positive, so 2/3 x. And then 5 divided by negative 3 is negative 5/3. Once we rewrite the given equation into y mx b, then we will know what our slope is. One more time. Once we rewrite the given equation into y mx b, then we will know our slope. Okay, now once we know our slope, then use that slope to find our parallel line and perpendicular line. One more time. If the given equation is not y mx plus b, you have to rewrite it in y mx b. Once it is y mx b, then you will know your slope, which is always next to the x. Okay, so one more time. This is the given equation. We rewrote it as y mx b. Okay, and the number or the value that is next to x is my slope. Use this slope to find the parallel and perpendicular line. Okay, so here we go. For parallel line, again, definition of parallel, make sure you use the same slope again. Reuse the same slope again, which is the 2/3. This is my y1, this is my x1. This is my y1, this is my x1. Where did I get the negative 1 and negative 2? From the given point here. Okay, so this is my x1, this is my y1. Now all we have to do is just plug in the formula. So this is my y1, this is my x1. Since I have two negatives, put in parentheses. So negative, negative gives me positive. Over here, there's no extra negative, so leave that alone. So 2/3 times x, 2/3 x. 2/3 times negative 2. I did the work on the side here. So 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. 3 times 1 is 3. So negative 4/3 should be here. So one more time. 2/3 times x is 2/3 x. 2/3 times negative 2, negative 4/3. Next, subtract this 1 over. So since this is a plus 1, you want to subtract 1 over. So this one goes away. So I just have y, 2/3 x, and then negative 4/3, subtract 1. So here's the work right here. Negative 4/3, subtract 1. Okay, so start from the left. Negative 4 times 1, negative 4. Don't forget this negative right here. So bring it straight down. 1 times 3, which is 3. And then 3 times 1 in the bottom stays 3. Okay, and then next you do the top. So the top is 4, negative 4, subtract 3 gives me negative 7. So the answer is negative 7/3, which is over here. Okay, so this equation is the final answer, which is parallel to the given equation up here. Okay, it could be this one or it could be this one, same thing. Okay, so one more time. This equation here is the final answer, which is parallel to the given equation. Why? Because I have the same slope, as you can see. 2/3, 2/3. Okay, so that's for parallel. One more time. This is the final equation that is parallel to the given equation because I have the same slope. Okay, so now let's do for perpendicular. So for perpendicular, if you remember, use the original slope, but this time you're gonna have to do negative reciprocal, so 2/3. So if you remember the two word opposite, flip. So this is positive, so the opposite must be negative. Flip the 2/3, which is 3/2. Okay, so one more time. Perpendicular, you will use the original slope, which is 2/3. Now do the two words that I mentioned in part 2. You will do opposite, flip. So this is positive, the opposite must be negative. After that, you will flip. Instead of 2/3 becomes 3/2. Okay, so technically you're supposed to say negative reciprocal, but I'm using the word opposite, flip, so it makes it easy to remember. So opposite, positive to negative. Flip, 2/3 becomes 3/2. You will use this new slope to find the perpendicular line. Okay, you will use this new slope right here, negative 3/2, to find the perpendicular line. Okay, so this right here is y1, this is x1. Okay, so y1, your new slope, x1. Okay, so negative, negative, positive, negative 3/2x, negative 3/2x, negative 3/2 times negative 2, that will give me negative 3. And here's the work over here. So negative 3 times negative 2 gives me positive 6. 2 times 1 gives me 2. And this one you can reduce, so it becomes 3. If you cannot reduce, leave it alone. So 6/2 reduce becomes 3. Okay, and then the last step, subtract the 1 over, because I want to get rid of the positive 1. So subtract 1 over to both sides. This one goes away, so I just have y, negative 3/2x, and then 3, negative 3, negative 1, negative 4. Okay, so this is the final answer, which is perpendicular to a given equation. One more time. This is the answer that is perpendicular to the given. Okay, so just to recap, over here on the left side, this answer here, this answer is parallel to the given because my slope are the same. Over here, this is the answer that is perpendicular to the given because I am doing opposite, flip, which is negative reciprocal. Okay, so one more time, this right here is the answer that is perpendicular to the original because I am doing opposite and then flip, which is negative reciprocal. Okay.